My 30M wife, 30F, cheated and ghosted after we argued, and she left our home. What can I do now? My wife and I had a big argument last month. Long story short, what initiated the argument was I found out she spoke ill of me to her friends behind my back repeatedly over the last few months, and she was not honest about it when I confronted. We had this big argument on and off for 3 weeks. Most of the time she was trying to apologize, beg for my forgiveness, and promise not to do such disrespectful things again. Cried a lot telling me how she can't live without me and asked me to give her another chance. However, whenever we talked about it, she was still dishonest and would not admit anything she did or said until I confronted with evidence, and such a conversation ended pretty quickly when she was not showing any honesty. This pattern just repeated for weeks. So we had conversations on and off, and some cold wars in between during the first 3 weeks. After these 3 weeks, I felt very frustrated and hopeless in our relationship because of her dishonest pattern and told her our marriage wouldn't work unless she can show honesty in our communication. At that point, she felt like she had enough as well and decided to take a break and calm before we can talk again. She left our home and moved to her mom's home. We stopped talking for 3 weeks. In week 4, I reached out by calling her and sending multiple letters via text message, telling her I really love her, we should work on the problem together, and she should be honest in our communication. However, she did not respond to any of these. After a few more days, my friend, who works at a hotel, saw her went into an hotel room with a man. She cheated on me. My friend greeted her when she came out of the room with the man. She first reacted awkwardly, but then was gone without talking to my friend. On the day she cheated, my friend told me about that, and I called my wife again multiple times and told her we should really talk. Again, I was ignored. I kept doing that for the next few days without getting an answer. Now it has been almost a month. My wife has been just ghosting me. I know she really loved me, but very likely know the same anymore. It's been a month, but I still find it very traumatizing. When I was reflecting our marriage/relationship, trying to fix the problems in our marriage, she already started to think about and did sleep with another man. I can hardly believe she could take back all her love in me. We have been together for 13 years and married for 3 years, in less than a month, and be this cruel to me. What can I do? Edit. For those of you who said she had already cheated before she left, I'm sure she did not, at least not physically. I have been constantly blaming myself for being too pissed when she was not being honest. I couldn't really handle dishonesty, thought not being honest is destructive in a relationship, and would end the conversations whenever she was reluctant to be honest, and for not trying harder to keep her stayed when she was still at our home. I think to myself, if I go to therapy and marriage counseling with her earlier, maybe we wouldn't have such a bad ending. Edit 2. A number of you said she was leaving because of this man who she cheated with. She had talked to some other guy friends before she left, bad-mouthing yes, but no sign of cheating. And she did not talk to the guy she cheated with. Edit 3. If this matters at all, the man she cheated with is her first love. They met and started dating when my wife was 13 years old and the man was 18 years old. They broke up a few months after the man cheated on her with her friend. They lost contact until my wife was 16 years old. At the time, the man was in a relationship and cheated on his girlfriend with my wife. But after my wife met me at 17 years old, they had no more contact until the recent event. I had no idea why she would go back to a cheater with no moral like this at the risk of killing our long relationship and marriage.